Something explosive just dropped from across the Atlantic and it's aimed straight at karma. A surprise message from Donald Trump is now reverberating through Westminster, and let's just say it's not subtle. In fact, it's the kind of political sledgehammer that could shake Labour's entire energy agenda to its core. Stay tuned, because what Trump just said could flip the UK climate debate on its head. Let's break it down, but first hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Just when you thought Donald Trump had taken a step back from UK affairs, he stormed back into the spotlight with a blistering takedown of Labour's climate agenda in a move that's already making waves across Westminster. The US president took to Truth Social to publicly blast Keir Starmer's net zero policy, specifically calling out wind turbines as costly and unsightly and demanding the UK return to one thing: old-fashioned drilling. Yes, that's right, Trump, never one to hold back, is now urging Britain to abandon its obsession with green energy targets and instead start tapping into the vast oil reserves beneath the North Sea. And in typical Trump fashion, he didn't mince his words. Here's what he posted, and we quote: "Our negotiated deal with the United Kingdom is working out well for all. I strongly recommend to them, however, that in order to get their energy costs down, they stop with the costly and unsightly windmills and incentivize modernized drilling in the North Sea, where large amounts of oil lay waiting to be taken. A century of drilling left with Aberdeen as the hub. The old-fashioned tax system disincentivizes drilling rather than the opposite. The UK's energy costs would go way down, and fast. Let's break that down. Trump's basically calling out the entire net zero plan as a financial disaster, warning that the current Labour trajectory, if continued, could send UK energy prices soaring even higher. He's pitching a very different vision: drill more, ditch the wind farms, and restore Aberdeen as the powerhouse of Britain's energy future. It's a bold intervention, but not a surprising one. This is a man who made Drill Baby Drill a cornerstone of his 2024 campaign trail. Trump's whole energy platform revolves around natural resource dominance, energy independence, and slashing consumer costs by maximizing domestic production. Now he's exporting that message across the Atlantic, right to karma's doorstep. And let's be honest, his timing is tactical. Labour is under growing pressure over its green energy ambitions. Many experts and industry insiders have warned that the cost of moving to net zero too quickly, especially with unreliable wind and solar infrastructure, could be catastrophic for working-class families already grappling with high bills. Add to that a complex tax system that disincentivizes traditional energy exploration, and you've got a perfect recipe for what Trump sees as an avoidable crisis. His message to Star: forget photo ops with solar panels if you want to slash bills and secure Britain's future. Bring back drilling and bring it back now. The reaction so far: silence from Downing Street. GB News reached out to both the Department for Energy Security and the Cabinet Office for comment, but as of this recording neither has responded, which raises the question: are they rattled, or are they just hoping Trump's message doesn't catch fire? But here's the thing: it already has. Trump's post is spreading fast, and it's not just the usual crowd backing him. Plenty of ordinary Brits, especially those in energy-dependent industries, are cheering the idea of reviving North Sea drilling and slashing dependence on imported energy. So what happens next? Will Starmer double down on Labour's net zero vision and ignore the warning shot from across the pond, or will this pressure campaign ignite a wider debate about Britain's real energy future? One thing is clear: Donald Trump has just thrown a political grenade into the middle of the UK's energy strategy, and karma better be ready for the fallout. In other news, Shadow Policing Minister Matt Vickers has launched a scathing attack on Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer's insane Chargos deal after signing a £10 billion agreement. In an announcement on Thursday, the Labour leader confirmed Britain's newly signed deal with Mauritius on the future of the Diego Garcia base, claiming the staggering cost was part and parcel of Britain's global reach. Starmer claimed, "If we did not agree this deal, the legal situation would mean that we would not be able to prevent China or any other nation setting up their own bases on the outer islands or carrying out joint exercises near our base." Speaking to the media, Vickers hit out at the deal and declared the multi-billion-pound agreement is a disaster. Vickers fumed, "It's £101 million a year over 99 years. That's a hell of a lot more than £3 for billion. We've heard several numbers from the government on this, but this is the nearest guesstimate that's been come to 101 million. Whatever it is, it's the wrong deal. It's a deal that shouldn't be going ahead. We're literally giving something back and then paying to lease a military base. It's insane. Imagine what you could be doing with that money." When pressed by host Ellie Costello on the Conservatives opening the can of worms with the Chargo negotiations, Vickers stressed that the Tories would never have gone in with this path of negotiation. Vickers explained, We have dialogues with countries across the globe who ask lots of things at lots of times. We would never have gone in with this, it was just not a thing. It's a bad deal for Britain. When Labour negotiates, Britain loses. We've seen it with Chagos, this absolutely ridiculous deal that is going to cost the taxpayers of the UK a fortune. We've seen it with the EU negotiations that are underway. We've seen it with the India trade deal that's seen British workers being taxed to the eyeballs whilst Indian workers get tax breaks. It is utter chaos when Labour negotiates. Britain loses. Pressed by host Stephen Dixon on Secretary of State Marco Rubio's take on the deal and how it secures a long-term stable and effective operation of the joint facility. At Diego Garcia Vic has argued that the deal is not in the British interest. There might be lots of views from different parts of the world who have lots of different interests, but this deal is not in Britain's interests at all. It's not in the interests of taxpayers who are going to be forking up for this ridiculous sum of money. Delivering his verdict on Starmer's defense of the deal, Vicers claimed that the Prime Minister would have offered the same defense for the EU deal. Vicers concluded he probably would have said the same thing about his new relationship with the EU and the difficulties that he's causing for farmers. We're now becoming subject to more EU law. We're handing more control back to the European Court of Justice. We're seeing more British taxpayers' money going. All these things are choices that Guy has put behind number 10 to make choices. This is the wrong choice and it's a bad deal for Britain. He added, it is a negotiation, it is a deal, it is a bad deal. No court anywhere has told him that he needs to hand over 101 million every year for the next 99 years. No one has told him that he should be fighting for Britain's interests. In conclusion, Matt Vickers's fierce criticism of the chaos deal underscores a deepening political divide over Britain's foreign and defense policy under Sir Keir Starmer's leadership. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.